Change your script, change your life. All of us are aware of the importance of a script in a play, or in a movie, or in a video. A well-written script is what directs a play and guides the actors in their dialogues and acting. But what we perhaps do not know is that our life too is guided and directed by a script, unconscious though, written in the first 3 or 4 years of our life, and thereafter living our life according to that script. Just as a new computer requires an operating system for the programs to run, so also we human beings need an operating system to guide our behavior. A newborn child does not have a ready-made operating system, but in the process of growth, the child develops one, which is called the script. Early environment, especially the parents, are responsible for installing the operating system with the possibility of installation errors in it. Hence, periodically this operating system needs to be updated if we want to change our destiny. So what exactly is a script and how does it work? According to Dr. Eric Berne, the founder of transactional analysis, script is a life plan based on a decision made in childhood, reinforced by parents, justified by subsequent events, and culminating in a chosen alternative. In other words, script is a blueprint of one's life written before the age of 6 years based on the early childhood experiences and not based on reasoning. We may call it the conclusions drawn by a child based on the initial experiences in the family, and what is experienced goes into the automatic recording, after which the autopiloting process begins. This brings us to the realization that we are the product of our past. So the miseries in our life are not created by the Creator, but we ourselves are responsible for them. We human beings are capable of creating our own destiny and then walk towards it. But bear in mind, I am not talking about fate over which we don't have control. I am talking about destiny for which we are responsible. Now the question is, what influences the script in the tender years of one's life? According to developmental psychologists, there are several factors that could influence the writing of a script. These include the vulnerability of a child, prenatal experiences, birth traumas, denial or delay in meeting the child's needs, the birth order or the place in the family tree, sex of the child, the family culture and the beliefs, parents' interactions with the child, etc. However, more than the writing of the script, what we need to understand is the working of the script and how it guides our own destiny. The beauty of our life is that all of us are born either a prince or a princess, but based on our script, some of us turn out to be frogs. The script is the source of our behavior and it is at the core of our operating system. First, we write the script and then we behave according to that script. The repeated behavior becomes a pattern, and based on the pattern, we choose a life position. Either I am okay, you are not okay, or you are okay, I am not okay, or you are not okay, I am not okay, or I am okay, you are okay. Based on the early childhood experiences, a child can come up with 3 different kinds of scripts, namely winner script, loser script, or banal script. A winner achieves his objectives in life and is happy and successful and chooses a life position, I am okay and you are okay. Whereas the one who does not achieve his objectives in life or fails to live in harmony with the environment possibly has a loser script or a banal script in him. And people with a loser script do not have a goal in life. For instance, if you have written a loner script Your repeated behavior will be fighting with everyone and finally end up being lonely. That is where you take the life position, I am not okay, you are not okay, meaning something is wrong with me and something is wrong with you too. That is how you move towards your own destiny. However, the good news is that script can be changed. We human beings have the power to rewrite a script. Since we ourselves are responsible for writing the original script, with God's help, we can now change what we don't like in our script, and accordingly, we can change our destiny too. We need not be frogs all our life. We can once again be a prince or a princess. We have the power to stop the autopiloting and live our life with awareness and choice. Transactional analysis teaches us how to analyze our script. Analyzing the script involves understanding the personality structure. While doing this work, we identify the parental statements, their behaviors, and their messages. In other words, we analyze what kind of imprints our parents have left on our life. Because children copy their parents spontaneously, both the good and the bad, as they lack the power of reasoning. The copied behavior is then repeated without being aware of, and the repeated behavior becomes a pattern, and patterns are difficult to change. So much so, sometimes we even live our married life just as our parents lived. Of course, we may not do exactly what our parents did, but the patterns may be repeated. For instance, you may not hit your wife as your father did, because there is a domestic law in place, but you will abuse your wife just like your father did by constantly harassing her mentally. Let's be hopeful that we can rewrite our script and modify our behavior. The first step towards changing our script is awareness. We need to become aware what kind of script we have written and how we are behaving and where we are going. The second step involves breaking the negative or unhealthy patterns in our life. For instance, if you have a tendency always to withdraw from others and feel lonely, now you can break that negative pattern by connecting with others. Nonetheless, changing the script or breaking the unhealthy patterns is a painful process, because you will constantly experience an internal pull to behave in a way you used to behave. Finally, changing our life script enables us to develop our adult ego, which is activating our rational brain and gaining control over our life, which we had lost earlier, thereby liberating ourselves from the influence of the past. This gives us power to sit on the driver's seat and drive our own bus as we want. When we free ourselves from the hold of the past, we are in a position to navigate our life in a given situation, letting the free child in us to come out and enjoy life to the full. This is what Jesus meant when he said, unless you become like a little child, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3.